Well, here we are for another Sunday Live edition. My name is Daryl Ledyard from MassPage Tools, along with Simon Hogman from
Hey,
SEO Heroes. How are you
yeah,
doing?
yeah, I'm good, Daryl. Yeah, very well. Yourself? You're good?
Doing good, doing good. A little bit of an ice covered day today. We woke up with the windows just covered with ice, ice
Right.
every sidewalk, every street corner covered with ice. So that was our day today. Here was just like salting everything and getting it so we can walk
Yeah,
on it again. Um,
over here in the UK in Yorkshire, it's not quite as challenging as that. It's sort of just a bit sort of overcast and raining a bit, which is pretty much what it does most days in Yorkshire. But yeah, we were all good. I was going to say I'm particularly liking the backdrops today, Daryl. I like the direction you're taking us in now with a bit of kind of
a little bit
what
of a
what are
different
these
theme.
what are these things at the back? I thought it was like paint being splashed
Well,
around, sort of like an abstract art thing, which I quite like. But you say
yeah,
it's
I
something
just
different.
typed in space, and these are like
Yeah,
something from outer space somehow with some kind of lens or something. It's really cool. Space art, you could call it. So I
yeah,
think
I like
every
it.
week we're going to try to do something a little bit different to try to spice up the video backgrounds and things like that. So it makes it interesting and something to check out. We have a very exciting day today. Not only do we have our normal domain giveaways, we have a special guest that's going to be joining us in a little bit, and it's tied in
Yep.
with our lifetime deal of the week. So it'll be very cool, and you can ask some questions live here on the chat as well. Wherever you might be watching us, we really appreciate that. Our favorite place probably for you is on our YouTube channel. Either Simon's or mine, because your face generally comes over pretty well. Don's got it figured out because Don's got the Space Ghost, but his picture comes up because he's on Facebook and he's already given permission
Hmm.
to StreamYard to show his picture. So absolutely great to have you guys here. Rakus SEO, good day.
Hey Rod, how you doing? Good to see you.
CX3, thank you so much for being here. Mass Pagers 2020. Ready to rock this year, guys. Ready to really make things happen this year. We got some awesome news and information to try to help get you aligned with what you need to do this year to get something going with affiliate, lead generation, traffic, all of those kinds of things. We want to try to help you out with this year. All right. So welcome aboard. Uh, so,
Awesome.
Si- so
Sounds good.
Simon, you made just some little tweaks with your brand name. We're going with
Yeah.
SEO Heroes. It's getting shorter.
Well,
Pretty soon, it's
it's
just
going to
the
show. Well, I
Heroes.
thought it was shorter. Yeah, I mean, I started local SEO heroes, and then I
Yeah.
thought, well, I'm doing some other stuff that's not only local, so I'll make it SEO. And then for some reason, I changed to superheroes, and I thought, even you were saying last week SEO heroes. I'm thinking, actually, you know what? I need to just make it a bit shorter and
Super
get back to that.
simple.
So it's that SEO heroes is the Facebook name if you want to look us up there. So
It should be
that's all
Simon's
good.
SEO Heroes. Now we're going to mess you up for
You think
next year.
so? Well, I don't know. Who knows?
You got to brand your name on
That's
there.
Yeah,
Daryl,
don't encourage
everything.
me. I'll probably change it again. Who knows? Look, that's what it is for the moment. Anyway, anyone's welcome who's viewing in from SEO Heroes or my YouTube channel. Yeah, there's Holly asking just on YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Simon Hogman, unsurprisingly enough, but the main channel that we are on is Mass Page Tools, and that obviously echoes Daryl's software platform. Is that right, Daryl?
Yeah. Excited to have you here, Holly. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, if you just search Mass Page Tools or Simon Hogman, is it SEO Superheroes? I think you'll find it on YouTube. Sometimes that's the best way to get things to come through. Yeah, absolutely. What's this? When they're looking for Iron Man, what was that? The
No,
Superman,
no, no,
the
no Iron Man.
superheroes.
Then no. It's not
Iron
that.
Man.
Not all heroes wear capes, and
I was gonna
definitely
say,
there's
does Iron
no
Man
no
do
no iron.
SEO?
Not yet. Maybe he does. Maybe he does. Who knows?
Yeah.
maybe his promotion came through and he's doing SEO now. Who
I
knows?
think you would owe more money than you're making to the comics, Marvel or whatever these are for these things. They they don't license that out for free there, Simon. You got to be
Yeah.
careful.
No, I'm not mentioning Iron Man. Don't worry. That's Don's suggestion. I use all non-copyrighted stuff on the channel. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
So that's all good. So Holly's found the channel. That's brilliant. Thanks, Holly.
Woohoo!
Good
Cool.
to see you
Awesome.
on board. And we're going to be talking about some stuff that Holly's been involved with or provides a service in a bit as well. So that's interesting. Be good to get Holly's views on that as well.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you so much for being here. We got a full show, so let's maybe get started. Simon, you had some slides you wanted to show. And
Yeah, just
we
give
can
me
move a
a
little bit around.
second. Yeah. Can you see that?
I do, and we can enlarge it. Okay, we're good.
So I've been doing some experiments recently, so I just want to share some results. So this is just the idea that indexing web pages can sometimes be a challenge. Now, not always, particularly if you've got a well-established site, you've got a lot of traffic, you've got good domain authority, you can index it very quickly. If it's Google News, you've got a lot of social traffic, but sometimes you can have problems and you can have challenges. So, for example, if your site is brand new sites can often struggle getting indexation. If your site's particularly low traffic, that can be a challenge. Mass page sites, if you've got a lot of similar content over hundreds or even thousands of pages, it can be a challenge to get them and keep them in the index. E-commerce sites, which notoriously have thinner content, duplicate content, and some affiliate sites as well. So these are the kind of sites that you might struggle to get into the index and keep in the index. So there's a lot of different indexing methods and thoughts on this. There's various indexing software services out there, like Omega Index I've used in the past. There's a number of others. Power Indexing is one that I've been looking at recently as well. There are techniques like posting links out on Facebook and Twitter. Google Business Posts are good for encouraging indexing of individual pages. Click through, like sending traffic through using microworkers or bots. Press releases, generating backlinks, and also similar to that, sending Google News articles out as well. So all these things are techniques people are using to encourage indexing. So I've been doing an experiment recently on some of my own sites with Google News, and I've been using a Google News Blast service, which is provided by Holly Starks, who's watching at the moment. And what I did is I've been using Holly's service for quite a number of months, where I've been posting out individual articles and submitting to the news service. But there's a service now which is basically a blast. So there's a network of, I think it's 800 or more sites at the moment. It's growing, and you can basically send a blast out to all of these pages at once and submit your own article and your own backlink. So I've had a number of mass page sites that were indexing. They're fairly new, within 2 months. So they were indexing 5 to 10, maybe up to 20 pages. An example, example site is pro.skywallphotography.com, which is one of my mass page sites. And that was indexing something around maybe 20 pages. Some of the others that I had in the test were around 5 or 10. So fairly low. And these sites have 300 or so pages built out as mass pages. So one thing I did was to use the Google News Blast service, and what I put together was a simple article. I used Article Forge for it, which is what I use for generating a lot of just generic content. They've got a very good service there as well. And I decided to actually embed not just the article with some links, but also all of the URLs for the individual mass pages in. So I'm sending 300 links out to 800 different sites, and I'm also embedding the iframe as well. And I'm hoping if I click this, I can share this. Do you see this article screen, Daryl?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a Google News site that's part of the network. Here is my article, which I had Article Forge right, and the content, in my opinion, is very good. It always seems to pass Copyscape and seems to be fairly good stuff to send out. There's a few links I've embedded. I've put an iframe map in, and I've also then added all the individual links. So obviously what I'm trying to do is encourage, stimulate indexation, create backlinks to individual pages. And this thing goes on for quite a long time. The good thing about this service, which is provided, is that you can add hundreds of links, and that's been very, very interesting. So if I go back to the slides, which hopefully I can see now, Daryl, is that there?
Yes, we can see the slide. Yep.
So I did this. I want to share some results of this and see what I've seen. So this is about 8 or 9 days old now. So these are the results so far. So what I saw on Skywall Photography, so it says less than 10, that it was like less than 20, but it was certainly a small number. So what I saw is very quickly the site indexed more than 300 pages, literally within 2 or 3 3 hours. So I was actually amazed when I saw it, and
That's impressive.
it is impressive. It was
Yeah.
absolutely phenomenal. I mean, it peaked. So I've been looking at kind of every day, just trying to get a feel for the profile. It sort of peaked well over 300 for 4 or 5 days. It's fallen back a little bit now. So I think we're around about 200. But from my perspective, as a result, and bear in mind, these things fluctuate a lot. So you can look at it one day, it'll be 200, and then it could be 250, 300 and down. So I'm just trying to look at generally what the level of indexation is. But from going around 10 to 20 pages up to 200, 300 is fantastic. And I have been checking the rankings on some of these pages. So for things like Leeds Professional Photographer, Wakefield Professional Photographer, I've seen these pages coming up on page 1, which obviously from a client point of view is a great result. So that's the results of the test so far. And here's some of the other sites as well. So site 1, which I just mentioned, peaked just approaching up to 400. Site 2 is currently at 145. It peaked over 300. Site 3, it never got quite as much as that. Has a similar number of pages, but it's peaked around about 140. It's preserved most of that, and site 4 as well. So it's interesting how the smaller sites, the sites that didn't get it, they've kind of not continued to grow. They've kind of there, but I'm still personally very happy. So site 4 was on about 5 pages.
Were
and now
these
it's
all
70.
like single digits before? What was the initial?
Yeah, so site 1 was the most established. So that was
Okay.
the one that was like maybe 3 months old, and it was indexing, say, 10 to 20 pages. Site 2, 3, and 4 were all 5 to 10. They were just smaller. Now, I know from these sites, if I leave them, they tend to just pop anyway. And I was seeing that I've got quite a few of these sites, but I just wanted to do a bit of a test to say, if I give this a boost and send some links through the blast, what's going to happen. So at least from my perspective, very big boost within a couple of hours. Peaks been maintained for a number of days, some fluctuation and some fallback, but after over a week, most of them are still there, which from my perspective is good. I'm going to continue to monitor this and just see how things go over the coming weeks. And I guess things will fluctuate, but certainly as a way of giving it a boost. And obviously it's called a blast. I'm pretty happy with those results. If you want to buy this is a little plug, which is a discount code that Holly shared with me, which you can go and have a look at. So if you go to store.hollystarks.com, the deal on that is currently $100 for 4 blasts a month. So I think if you're working with clients, that's a fantastic service to be able to provide. And I gather Holly's going to be putting the price up in the next week or so. The number 200 was discussed, but I don't know if that's going to be the case or not. But anyway, if you want a discount and you want to use the service, that's it. But that's my plug. But I'm just sharing this because I've been genuinely surprised and pleased with what I've seen from that. So that's just something I wanted to share on sort of indexing ideas and what my experience of using the blast service. And I'm definitely going to go on to add it to other mass page sites, and I think it's a good service and certainly positive so far. So that's what I shared.
Nice.
Yep.
So now that Holly's seen that, she's going to triple the price. Really, thank you,
Well,
Simon.
I'm grandfathered in. I've signed up already, so I'm going to keep that subscription, and I'm pleased to have it. But if you get the price is available now, so if you buy today and use that code, you can lock in that price. I believe that's how it's going to work. So, Daryl, I don't know if you've seen that kind of stuff before, or if you've done any kind of Google News type stuff, or you used that before.
Well, typically it's going to come down in the end to, are you increasing your conversions, right? Are you getting more rankings, all of that kind of stuff? Indexation is great. It's super. It's a good start, right? It's first start.
Yeah, that's the first hurdle. Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Will that indexation mean page ones? Will it mean page, one or top of page ones? So the time will tell, right, on that to see if it'll work. But the thing is that if you have a site that has some good authority, right? But it's stubborn to get indexed, and all of these pinging systems, like you said, the Omega indexer and different systems to cause indexation to increase. They're slow right now. They're very, very slow.
Yep.
And in order to get some kind of result for a client, just to see what's happening, This is an amazing steroid. I mean, it just like bang within 2 hours to get that kind of thing. That just means that Google is really following Google news sites for
Google's seen
information.
it. Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's the main benefit I've seen, and
The-
I'd certainly consider using it on other sites, and also I do know, because I've done Google News sites through this network early in the early last year, so I've got links that are 7, 8, 9 months old, and I
Yeah.
can still see them on backlink profiles, so I know these are being picked up. It's not just being something that's just there for a week and then goes. So I expect and hope most of these links will remain in place and be visible on Google.
Yeah, I think one other area that you should
So
experiment with is I think you should put a blog post out or two on these sites that are indexed and see how quickly they get indexed. Because I would imagine
yes,
if Google finds you through this method, I bet you within a few hours, what you put on those pages will get indexed in Google. That's my gut, because Google doesn't
yes,
like missing out on content. It doesn't
yeah,
like missing out on
and it's
something.
aware of the site now and it's seeing it. Yeah,
Right,
that's it.
right. And if you have fresh
And one of the things
content, yep,
yep.
that wasn't being paid.
I was,
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. We're in the delay here.
No, it's okay. What I was going to say is, yeah, I mean, it's funny you should say that, because obviously the next thing I'm going to talk about in the LTD is a blogging related software, and the example I'm using is one of those mass page sites as well, because I think that's the thing that it's fine having the pages. They are similar. I'm using a mix of spun and standard content, but the blog is an extra content they can add in that would be unique to each site, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. And I'm hoping, yeah, you're absolutely right, that those will be picked up quickly too. So we'll see. Maybe there's another test I can do in the future.
Right.
So
no question about it. It looks like a really
yep.
proven steroid to kick it into gear. He was gonna,
yeah. I think it was pretty interesting.
Wow.
Holly's saying she might she was going to raise it anyway, because I know she's building out the network, so it's going to be 1,000 referring domains. It's do follow links as well, so you get a lot of those through as part of the package. So yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Cool.
So
that's my share.
Yeah, that's a big one. And for a lot of people in mass page, that's one of the biggest stumbling blocks, is how to get things indexed and keep them indexed. That's going to be one of the campaigns for us this year, is to find not just tools, but methods and strategies to defeat the mass page beast. The last few years we've been talking about smaller websites that are under 300-400 pages in mass page are still working pretty well. But as far as having the indexation over the last year, it just seems like that has been people's stumbling blocks to get into mass page. And I still believe very strongly that mass page can work if done right. It can work and it can convert. But that's just a good tool in the toolbox to improve it. So congrats on that experiment. That's really great. All right, we got a special guest coming up, and I do want to talk a little bit about Wednesday at 12 noon. I have a webinar that's very important. You want to check this out. It's go.ht/webinar. I'm going to be talking about the latest in the news for SiphonAI. Okay, SiphonAI I built for a complement to the mass page form, to grab content, put it into the description bodies to make it really simple to fill out the form and have it go after the content that you're looking for, reword it for yourself and everything like that. Well, up until recently, we've been using Word AI to do our spintax. We have a new feature coming up in SiphonAI that you want to check out, and we're going to reveal it on this Wednesday at noon. Okay, so you want to be here. It's your first look at this new feature, and it's going to change things a whole lot in how you do things in mass page when it comes to spintax. This has been something I've been working on for quite a while, and it's unique to us. And it's something that you're going to want to definitely know about. So go to go.ht/webinar. It's totally free to attend. and we'd love to have you on there so I can show you exactly what it is, how it works, and how it could maybe work inside of what you're trying to do on a day-to-day basis. I've already been using it for about 3 weeks. So I know what it's doing, and I know how quickly I'm able to get new content together for my sites. So I'm excited about it. Hope you will be too, and love to see you at 12 noon on Wednesday this week for a webinar. Go.ht/webinar is the way to access that, or there's a link inside the email that we sent you to get into this. All right. So I think we have a special guest, right?
We do have a special guest, and I don't know which order we're going to do this, because this obviously links to LTD of the week. So I don't know if do I do my review first?
No, I think we bring him. I think we bring Diran in here, and we talk to him, and then bring it in, because then people can ask him questions. So
that'd be great. Yeah,
here we go. We're going to bring up Quick Blogs, Diran.
Hi, Diran. How you
doing?
Diran,
how are you?
I'm very good, very good. Thanks for having me on. Nice to speak to you both. Hope you're having a good Sunday night.
You didn't get the memo about the backgrounds. You were supposed to have some kind of space.
Oh, I see. Is that what you wrote? Sorry, I didn't realize what you wrote.
No, we're just joking.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on the launch of your product on AppSumo. That must be great to get that going. So how's that going so far? You want to tell us a little bit about how that experience has been?
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, I've been part of the AppSumo community for about a year and a bit now. So just a bit over. I bought, a fair few LTDs myself, and I always thought I'm going to launch an AppSumo one day when I have a product. And I launched on the 4th, and it's been really, really successful. It had 13 reviews now. I've got over $8,000 in sales, less than 20% refund as well. So it's doing really well. I actually caught the attention of the AppSumo team. My partner manager said that they've never hit 10 reviews from a self-listed deal so quickly before.
That is amazing. Brilliant. Yeah. SaaS Master, which I follow on YouTube, reviewed it as well. And he's pretty picky about what he picks. So congratulations on that.
Yeah, thanks very much. It's been a bit of a dream, really, but the engagement's so good. Lots of people are talking about it. I'm just literally trying to do some sort of, earpiece and listening myself, trying to find out who's talking about QuickBlog and just jump in those conversations as soon as I can. But yeah, it's going well. It's going very well.
You'll be busy. Now, quickblog is actually something that I bought, it must be 3 or 4 months ago. I think literally when you're just doing like a launch or a pre-launch, I bought into it then and got the sort of max stack deal that you were offering at the time, because I just really love the idea of centrally controlled blogs, Google Sheets integration, just that like dynamic content, because I think it's more efficient. And WordPress, we all use WordPress, we all have to use WordPress, but sometimes some of these embedded type services work really well. So I use like reviews embeds and blog embeds, and this obviously fits into that kind of line. So I've been keen on it. We've spoken before as well. So when you came out on AppSumo, it was great to see that, and it's great to see that it's being successful so far. So we do is, I'm sure you're an avid watcher of the show. I'm sure you're on every week, but if you're not on every week, we do a lifetime deal of the week, kind of 5 minutes, and we just look at what's on AppSumo or PitchGrand or maybe the other marketplaces and choose one. So I would have chosen QuickBlog anyway, but it's just great that you're available to have a bit of a chat about it. So we will probably have some questions. There might be some people who have bought it already or thinking about buying it, and we can go through it. Not everyone's going to know what it is, so I can do some slides, and Diran, you can help me because I might get things completely wrong, and we can ask you some questions about it. So if I put my slides up again, hold on a second. Will this work? There we go.
Should, yeah.
Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, so LTD of the week. We normally have the trumpets playing, and this week is QuickBlog. We've just been talking about QuickBlog is an embedded SEO blog. It's on AppSumo at the moment for $59. It's just launched, and I've actually got a demo here. So I'll just explain what it is. So basically, you put some code into your website. You update a dashboard centrally. It supports different accounts. You can have multiple websites. You can have multiple authors. and you can basically just decide what goes in. So I'm going to do a kind of over-the-shoulder demo, which will invariably go wrong, and show you how it works. So here's the output. I put it on my mass page site, one of the ones we were talking about before, pro.skywallphotography.com/blog. Hopefully this will obviously help the click-through rate on the site too, so you're welcome to visit that and check it out. And then if I go over to quickblog here, can you see the quickblog dashboard here?
Yep, we do.
Yeah, so if I go into this, so I've got a number of blog posts already loaded in, which you can see. So this is my kind of control panel, and if I just make sure I don't delete them here, you can put in, as you would do on WordPress or any other sort of blogging platform, titles, headings, content. There's various different settings you've got. I can choose authors. I've only got one loaded in here, but you can have different ones, categories, published dates, etc. So this is all very dynamic, and the nice thing is that I can actually change this text here, press update, and it will go out to the blog and update it instantly as well. So it just draws the text through. So a couple of things just to show you how it works in the background. You basically just put these two bits of code in. You put this first one in the header and footer of your site, and then you put this where you want the blog to display. So I put it on my /blog page, and it basically just delivers the formatting and everything, which is pretty clever, to be honest, because it's not a WordPress blog, but it doesn't look too incongruous, in my opinion, the way I've laid it out on that page. If you're able to look now in the background, you can change all sorts of design personalization. You can have the columns be different, change where the image and text is. You can have like a navigation menu, a search bar. So if I enable the search bar there, press save. I'm hoping if I go through to here and press refresh, it will be there. Look, see that?
Nice.
That wasn't there before. So I just really like that. It's instant. Yeah, and that's great. So from my point of view as a mass page guy, I've got quite a number of these sites now, these mass page booster sites, which I build for clients. And I can add my VA to this, and I can add a load of clients I've already loaded up in here, and basically they can have their own set of blogs and their own authors and their own links and even their own design. And then my VA can go in, use an Article Forge article, add the post, send it out, and then move on to the next client, the next one, and basically have them all done. So I don't need to provide WordPress access or have another dashboard like main WP or something like that to coordinate these blogs. And also I don't have the issue that when I've sent this thing out, I might have to delete it or change it or get onto WordPress and log in, because it's all dynamic. I change it in the central panel, add the images, and as you just saw then, it updates instantly. So I was a fan before. I'm great. It's on AppSumo now, and that's it. So in terms of my pros and cons, and this is where Darren, I'll be good to have a question, see what you think about these. So I really love the centralized management. I like the fact there's personalization. I like the fact that it's instant. I can just dynamically edit things. They've got some interesting features where you can import content from from Google Sheets. So if you did want to go and get a whole load of content from Article Forge, I believe it's possible to put it into the Sheets and then import the whole thing at once, which I think is fantastic. And it also supports blog migration. So if you have a WordPress blog, you can add a plugin and then it'll export the content from WordPress through to quickblog, and then you can have it there dynamically. So that's what I believe it does. Darren might connect me if I've got it completely wrong, but that's what I've seen so far. I don't believe it supports spintax, and obviously as a mass page builder, that might be quite interesting. If you had a number of these sites, you might want to post one similar article to an entire niche and spin it. That would be cool if that could ever be done. And I don't believe schema markup there, like article schema, is in place yet, but again, I might be corrected. But they would be two cool things to see. So overall, great for managing blogs, and if you've got clients or your mass page builder, a really nice way to do things. I've already bought it before AppSumo came on, so I can't buy it again, but I'm very happy with the purchase, and that's it's my LTD of the week.
Great. Oh, thanks. That was a fantastic overview. Thanks, Simon.
Cool. So I don't know if people have any questions or any sort of coming through. Stephen's got a question.
Yeah, we had a lot of hellos and all that. You brought some people along too, it looks like.
Great.
So congrats on this launch. We do have some questions. Stephen is very knowledgeable about mass page. He's been part of the show. He asked the question, how how is it different than main WP as far as scheduling posts? And if you have a video embedded or 2 video embeds, would it slow down the site a whole lot? Have you done any experimentation with that to see what kind of a load it has?
Yeah, sure. So, you have to forgive me. I'm not sure about main W, or is the question just about the sort of main publishing?
Well, main WP would allow you to post into WordPress sites the native blog post feature. So you'd be able to send it in through all of them. I think what he's asking is when you have scripts within scripts, sometimes things slow down.
But it's all dynamic content. Yeah.
So the good thing about quickblog is because it's all called like the rendered content. It's using JavaScript at the time of rendering. So it actually doesn't need to do a lot of loading when you're embedding content from external services. It's literally as fast as the CDN that they're using themselves. So if you could run your own blogs, like run a GT metrics, it's actually very, very, very quick. So you're not having to rely on lots of plugins that are then being embedded inside the platform because they're literally just calling at the time of render. And with the scheduling, the main difference I would say is that at the moment, so with quickblog, it is you post it or you embed it inside a page or however many accounts that you have. And then the schedule is pretty much set that you say, I want to post it this time, and it will then post it to that or make it live on that website that it's been embedded. Now, the great thing about this launch that's happened is I've had so much feedback from lots of potential users and existing users about how to make it like, next level and things like that. So one of the things that I really want to start looking at is how to make it almost like multi-channel, like a Story Chief or other types of solutions where they post to WordPress, Medium, all these different types of systems. Where if that's something that's going to be, very valuable to a lot of the users, they've asked for that, and I would definitely make that a priority to investigate into.
Now, I had a few questions for features. If you've thought about spintax, I don't know if you're familiar with what spintax is, and also tokenization. For example, would you be able to have like different tokens so that when the site is XYZ title, then you can pull that into things like into the page and things like that. Like, I don't know, just like basic tokenization, because for example, like Simon was talking about is having blog posts for, let's say he had 50 clients that were photographers and he wanted to have one blog post go out to all 50 sites, but he wants the brand of the photography company to show up in a certain spot inside the text, or have each one be a little bit different with spintax. Have you considered anything like that?
Yeah, actually, I've not considered that before. That's the first time I've heard that. So it's akin to the like web personalization that you have, like let's say when you get a UTM parameter in the URL field. So yeah, that's very interesting. Actually, that's not come across as a bit of feedback before. But I am open.
So a mass page builder kind of a question, isn't it? That's
a
lot of
We're
mass
lazy.
page builders on.
You
on
found
the
lazy
channel.
place.
You're going to automate it and then break it. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Simon, you're probably familiar. You've got access to the roadmap, and which then also has all the ideas section. I want everyone to add all of the ideas and be very, very open and visible to everyone that uses the platform so they can vote. Because I want to prioritize the ones and the features which are the most requested. As I'm sure Simon can attest, you've probably seen some of the Facebook posts in the group when I've said, oh yeah, I'm going to be doing this, and other people go, can you do this instead? I said, okay, let me go and revisit, speak to the dev team, and I've turned around the priority based on the users and the requests. So that's what I want to focus on.
Somebody was asking, what are the main features that you're looking forward to mostly, Diran? About
the first one, actually, I've got a call tomorrow with the dev team. I'm working on something that's looking more at the search console integration. So looking at, for example, like let's say your reach, your traffic, your keyword analysis before using Quicklog, and then using Quicklog after. So almost the analytical level to say, okay, right, this is what's happened since you've now been using Quicklog, but also doing some basic page recommendations as well as the blog recommendations as well. See, okay, which ones what types of blogs do you have that could be generating more traffic? Maybe if you refocus the keywords or something like that. So it's going to be more of, I don't know if either of you have used the HubSpot blog editor, and they have a fair bit of that stuff. And I thought that's quite a cool feature that I'll be looking into. But there's other things on the roadmap as well that I'll be looking into to build, mainly things like the themes and templates. So at the moment, the way that you can create and visualize your blog or create the layout, there are hundreds and hundreds of options, but I want to make it so that you can pick from like a template, or even actually extend to a marketplace where people then can create their own custom templates, maybe sell them if they want to, and then
That's
you can apply
a great idea. That's really
so
great.
There's lots I want to do. It's just going to take time, but the plan is to really make it a really usable, I want to say the best, fastest, and easiest blogging platform to use.
That's really cool. Kevin said that spintax would be a game changer for him. So that's one man's opinion. So there you go. Steven says, could you embed this on a good site? Yeah, definitely you could on a money site for sure. And it doesn't have unlimited sites on AppSumo, up to 90 sites, right? Is that the 5 stack?
Yeah, 90 is the top stack on the limited, the lifetime deal, but you can actually upgrade. It is going to be a monthly upgrade after that, because otherwise unlimited could then start to stretch the computing power. So especially when you load in loads of images, and the CDN actually hosts all the images in there.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Now I had a question because I'm building another platform that publishes sites on behalf of customers. How do you handle if they post pictures that are copyrighted and there's a DCMA or something like that? Do you have a zero tolerance, or what do you do to kind of work with that?
Yeah, so I'm not sure if you've seen, but quickblog's privacy notice does talk about who to contact if there are any copyright issues on any content that's being published with quickblog. So that does go through a formal request, at which point I can reach out to the owner of the blog and say, like, this is a request that's come in. Here's all the details. Please, you have let's say 3 or 4 weeks to actually change this. At which point, if it still hasn't been changed, I can, in the back end, because of course it's something that's been requested as a DCMA request, then I can switch off that blog or even just remove some of the content in the back end. So of course I'd rather not do that. It's something that I want all the users to make sure it's done. But if need be, and let's say the platform is effectively perpetuating the violation, then I can off in the background.
May I ask another question about content delivery? Do you have that through a network that's a CDN, or do you have some other kind of caching system?
Yeah, it's a CDN provided by AWS. Most of the stack is built on AWS. It's all hosted in Europe. The servers are actually on DigitalOcean, but a lot of these services, even the translation is mostly done by AWS. But lots of other stuff in it.
That's awesome.
Cool. Now, there's a question or a point from Facebook user. I don't know if Facebook user is, but any more automation features coming? And we love automation on this show. Example integrations with Article Forge. I love Article Forge. I use it every single day. So have you come across, has that been a thing that's been requested? Have you come across Article Forge as a feature request?
Some people have mentioned that before. Actually, one of the it's what I feel is one of the coolest things, but in the back end, it might be seen as a bit nerdy, right? But I'm wanting to build out the API properly, so that then quickblog can integrate with platforms like, I don't want to say Zapier, but everyone knows of Zapier, Public Connect, Integrately.
Rapid API?
Sorry?
Rapid API?
Oh, actually, I've not used Rapid API. Actually, not used that before.
Yep, no worries.
Yeah, ultimately, any platform that can support, let's say, just a typical REST-based API or webhooks, that means that then it can start to integrate with any number of tools. But and obviously Article Forge, I believe is the it's more of like a aggregator, right? Just to be able to put everything into one system. Is that correct?
It's actually a AI content writer. So you basically put in a keyword, 3 or 4 other keywords. It'll write a whole article up to 750 words, and it's pretty amazing in my opinion. I mean, if you put it on a money site, you might want to rework it a little bit and look at it. But for PBN sites, Google News articles, that sort of stuff that we've been talking about earlier on, I just put them straight out there, and the content is whenever I've tested it, it passes Copyscape. It's pretty amazing, really. I mean, it's not AI, it's not human written content, but it really does stand up. And the ability to, if you had multiple blog posts for clients, the sort of mass page stuff that I do, and sending those out Article Forge straight into, because obviously I'm generating the Article Forge and then pasting it into quickblog, which is certainly quicker than me logging into WordPress, but that would be even better. And Article Forge do have an API, actually. It's part of the standard account, so great. So I put it on the roadmap request list. I think that'll be a good one too. And so that's from Marcel, is that suggestion. So Marcel's in my group. So good to see you, Marcel. We'll request that. That would be cool. Awesome.
That's great. So one more time, guys, if you go to go.ht/appsumo, it supports the show, and of course it supports Diran's project. I hope I'm saying that right. Quick blog. So and we, as people that like to build a lot of websites, like we have a partner called Mentorprise. And one of the things that it allows you to do is include in JavaScript. There's another competitor that does something similar to you, but it's called Elf Sites. And we've used it a lot for this kind of thing. Same thing with, I think there's one called power.io. But none of them really do, blogging the way you're doing it. So yours is, what I like about yours is as a developer, you've had to use WP Facet and all these custom post types and things like that. And to explain that for somebody to do, one that's working for you or that you're trying to train, it literally could take a whole afternoon, maybe 2, to explain how to do this in WordPress, which you're doing in literally setting up, and you put in the article, and then you've got all the features of WP Facet and filtration and custom post types, all that kind of, systems to make it really seamless. And you've got it in there, and I can just see where you're going with it. You could take that at the next level, because you do have filtration capabilities that would take a non-programmer a long time to figure out how to do. So it's really cool what you've done, and I think that's why you're getting so much interest on this from people on AppSumo. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah, thanks a lot. We appreciate the feedback.
Great. Absolutely. And thanks for joining us as well. It's great to have you on and to be able to speak to the founder and get some insights. So we really appreciate your time.
Brilliant. Thanks a lot, everyone.
Yeah, wish you a lot of luck.
Thanks, Diran. Good to see you. Take care.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye. All right, that was really cool.
Yeah, interesting. Good stuff. Yeah, I like it.
SaaS founder on here that's up and coming. I think that he'll go very far with his product, and after he learns this one, you never know what complementary type of product is going to come across. So it's really good to see and support other developers and people that are creators, right?
And also good to see Lifetime Deal of the Week becoming a much bigger part of the show as well, Daryl. That's a good thing too. I feel some momentum building here. I think we'll go the full half an hour, 40 minutes next time. So I'm just responding to the users, listening to what people want. There's some more of that. But anyway, I love our Lifetime Deals. So
they want your affiliate code. That's what most people want, really, Simon.
Yeah.
They just want more affiliate codes from you.
Yeah,
that's what they really want.
Great.
All right.
Okay. A few people saying hello there. So hi, Stephen. Good to have you with us. Nice to see you. And hello, Tim, as well. Good to see you there too. Awesome. So what do you want to cover off next? Where we going next?
Well, again, I want to talk a little bit about the fact that I have a lot of changes coming up for mass page tools this year. So there's a lot going on. Like, we have a lot of almost stuff to talk about. And it's really tough because
this is a big tease here. This is the build up, isn't it? Yeah.
You know the stuff that I've been talking to you about.
I know some of the stuff you're talking about. Yeah,
there's
absolutely.
Stuff that I can't talk about right now because it's still in a very still getting all the details worked out. But I'm very excited and bullish about this year for mass page tools. For the fact that I think we have some things that are cutting edge that you will see. I really think and encourage you to join us on the webinar on Wednesday. So go to go.ht/webinar, and it's free to sign up. And I'm going to talk about what we've created with SiphonAI. And it's hard for you to understand maybe what exactly the significance is, but I know the significance, and I'm the one that created this and what this means for other projects that we have in the hopper. Okay. These products, I talked to Mike Martin on Friday about. He's extremely excited about what I've got going on. So, I mean, he's in the software industry, so you could see that these, other people that are in the market are interested. So you really should tune in and find out what's happening at go.ht/webinar Wednesday at 12 noon Eastern time. If you can make it, I'll try to have a replay for you as well so that you can check that out. But I'm excited about it. I think that these things that I've done in the last 6 months to build up Siphon, to try to improve it on the back end, and all of the features and stuff that we're working on with this AI, is scalable. Working with GPT-3 and GPT-4, you're always going to have to deal with what they offer you. And because I wanted to do something for the mass page community that's different, that's what I've been spending this time for, because I really believe in the idea that if we build it and make it specific for what we're looking for, it will be a great cornerstone for a lot of other software that I can build off of that. So I don't know if that's confusing, Simon, but I think
it's intriguing. I think there's a good comment come up here. Is this Fight Club? So you know this, don't you? What's the first rule of Fight Club?
Yeah, you don't talk about Fight Club.
Don't talk about it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so I think it's a very sophisticated marketing campaign you're putting together here, Daryl. I'm excited about it. I'll be watching the webinar. So no, it's all good. So yeah, I know because we've spoken offline. You've got some very exciting things that you're working on. So I'll be looking forward to you sharing more with us later this week.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everything's a building block, right? So when you're dealing with this kind of stuff, the building blocks is what's most important. And a lot of times I can't just show you the building blocks, but we're going to show you behind the curtain on Wednesday for this. So if you can join, that would be great to have you on here. Now, Simon, you've got a lot of things going on with regard to training, right?
I do have a lot of things going on training. I have been finishing off my revised 2022 SEO course today. I've recorded over 20 videos. I've been rewriting the content over the last few weeks and put it all together finally today. So it's been a long day, busy day, but it's here, and so I'm able to release it. So if I just share my screen again, just quickly, I'll just show you what that's all about. So hopefully you can see the screen there. Yeah, Daryl?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so I already had an SEO course that I wrote over a year ago, actually, and I had a Google Business Profile GMB course as well. So this is really for beginner to intermediate level people looking who have their own website, small business owners, freelancers, learning SEO, all the rest of it. So the SEO course has over 27 video lessons and text. There's my Google Business course as well. It's got over 10 lessons and a 2-hour walkthrough. And I've also launched a weekly coaching group. I was doing a monthly coaching session anyway, which a number of people were part of that, but I'm now going to convert that to be weekly because I'm aware that some people want to get quite a lot of help and support when they just do the course. So I'm going to offer that up weekly. So that's all live now. So if you want to get lifetime access to those 2 courses, SEO and GBP, it's £97, and that includes the first month's coaching sessions. So you get 4 coaching sessions. If you want to continue on in the group with weekly meetings, it will be £17 a month after that. So it's a little bit of a pitch, but this is available and there. And one of the ways I'm going to structure the weekly meetings is I'll do a Q&A, but I'm going to theme them. So week 1, so Monday is going to be SEO, Tuesday is going to be Google business profiles. The next week after that's going to be mass page. I'll talk about magic page, mass page tools, enterprise. I think people want to talk about mass page. And then the last one I'll talk about AI and automation. So AI content writing, marketing automation, some of the stuff that I'm learning and doing on that as well. So that's my pitch. If you want to ask me a question, get in touch at simons.chat, or you can sign up. And first meetings tomorrow night at 8 p.m. UK time, 3 p.m. EST. So that's my pitch.
Awesome.
That's all right.
We'll take your pitch. Why not? You added a lot of value, and maybe your wife will see you after this all ends today. So you've been busy.
Maybe. Who knows? Yeah, it's been a busy day. Yeah, but it's all good. I love it. So it's all good fun.
Go.ht/Simon Coaching. Let's go.ht/Simon Coaching. And if you want to put that into the Facebook group, I think manually Tim Judge has been helping us with that, putting things into the Facebook
group. Yeah, thanks,
group.
Tim. Appreciate that.
I really appreciate him doing that. So yeah, if you can put that in the share all, and we'll get that.
Yeah.
Yep, there we go. And we'll get that going. So
great.
Cool. So we do have some domains that we're going to give away. So if you guys want to start firing your names in for the Wheel of Names, we're going to start to put those names inside of the group here. And whoops, let me just clear this out. And we'll go ahead and show you what's up for grabs today. These are all .coms. And these were all found via Domain Kicks. Laptop
Domain Kicks.
Yeah. Oh, that other software, Domain Kicks.
That's not the news. That's not the news. It's Domain Kicks. Yeah.
OutsideTemp.com, carseatbelt.com, and editedvideos.com. All of these found with Domain Kicks. So if you love finding domains, we've got the tool for you. Just go to domainkicks.com. We will be boosting the price on the lifetime deal. So if you want to take advantage of it, go for it. There's a 40% discount with Kick40 as the promo code. So go ahead and get that if you are interested. Otherwise, pay more later. So anyway, so it's go.ht/kicks, Kick40, and we'll get you access to this very cool thing. I love to play with it. That's why I built it for me. So if you like it,
I have to say, yeah. But the quality of the domains is high. I think you've hit the 2022, setting the bar very high. I mean, some of those ones, I think you'd really be amazed that they were. I mean, editedvideos.com, I just think it's a great domain, and it's there, and you found it. I think you'd struggle to just come up with that in your mind, and it's and I believe that it wasn't actually taken up by somebody else. So I think there's some great domains, and good luck everyone in the draw. Do you want to help reading some of the names out?
Yeah, David T.
Jeff R. Sharath. Paul P. CX3P Social.
Oops.
CX3P. Yeah. Colin K. Stefan. Jorge.
Not
Tim Judge. Kevin Hackett. Walter. There's Walter. Hi, Walter. Walter McRae. Anybody else?
Added more in here.
I think there were some comments from people earlier on that they may have. Stephen, I don't know if Stephen's still with us, but we've got Stephen Cruz.
Oh yeah, Stephen Cruz was there.
Yeah, he was here just a second ago.
Just put him in here. Stephen Cruz. He can.
Don is here. East County
Oh,
Video.
Rackus. Who's Rackus?
Rackus, yeah.
What is his name?
It's Rod.
Oh, Rod, right.
It's Rod K, yeah.
Okay.
You've got Don in there.
Yeah, he was the top one at the. He's
Don.
He's our number one guy.
Should have known, Chevy.
Oh wait, Don is
he's there. We just
East
County Video. We've got two Dons, or is that also Don?
Don, are you East County Video? Both the
is
same
it one
Don?
and the same?
That's a good question. But anyway, oh look at this. We got advertisements for smart security.
Oh, nice. Cool. You'll have to go. I tell you, when you next SAS, you'll have to build a wheel of names, Daryl.
There you go.
I think that's what we probably need. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Awesome. I think that's everyone.
Yes, it's Don.
Oh yeah, Don. East Coast Video is Don. Okay, that's cool. Right.
All right.
We're all done.
Again, we're going to flash this on. We're going to wait a couple minutes. So it's laptopcost.com, outsidetemp.com, carseatbelt.com, and editedvideos.com. While we're waiting for another name, tell us which one you think would be the best for people to pick. What do you think would be the best for people to pick? Go ahead and put A, B, C, or D would be the smartest one for people to pick, just so that we get a little poll here. While we're waiting,
need a survey app or something there, Daryl. That would be cool. You know,
yeah, we really would.
For us. Yeah.
Laptopcost.com, outsidetemp.com. Which one do you think? Should we take a look and see what these are worth? Should we do that while we're waiting? People
saying D. I have to say D is the one I would go to. I mean, I'm a photographer, so I'm drawn to edited videos that sort of in the sort of same sort of space. But I just think that is nicely as a branded service. That really is would be useful. But Don at East County Video is saying people can choose D. Don't choose anything apart from D.
Oh, he wants he wants that for himself.
Yeah. Well, he normally wins, so let's be honest. He'll be fine.
All right, let's take a look at
D's pretty popular. Some people are saying B. Yeah.
Let's take a look and see what I'm giving away today. Oh, look at that. 2 super premiums. One edited videos, $14,500. Car seatbelt, $24,500. Outside temp. That one is definitely worth more than $500.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and laptopcost.com, that's you would think would be higher too, but let me go in and take a look on Estibot, because we always have to look at, I think, both ranges to try to get an idea. So let's take a look and see, help you determine which one you would want. Oops. We're going to go to the appraisals. And we'll do the appraisals here. And let's see what comes up. And let's see here. Oh, yeah, there we go. So here's your searches. Car seatbelt has the most searches. Then laptopcost.com, outsidetemp.com, valued at $619 here. And look at, there's 11 million search results. That. So you might have a tough time getting that one to rank. I don't know.
Yeah. Interesting, like car seatbelt. I was just looking up some of the search ones. It says 1,000 there. I've got SE ranking. It says like 2,000. But it's the related searches on things like car seatbelts for dogs is massive. It's even more than that. Really big. I think as a niche, actually, that would be a really, really good one to go after. It's all the different permutations: car, dog seatbelt, car. That's quite an interesting one for an affiliate kind of info sell. That would be good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pregnancy, car seatbelt. Anyway,
yeah.
I can't win it, so I'll shut up.
I really like outsidetemp.com. I'll tell you what I would do with that at some point. But these are all valued. I think the lowest was 300 and up to 630 on Estibot. All right. So you get these for free, because I found them on Domain Kicks, and I like to give things away when I find them on Domain Kicks. Why not? All right. Jimmy says he wants to be in.
There's somebody. Jimmy's just asked in there. Yeah, just last call, Jimmy.
Last call. Again, this is the last call for everybody. If you want.
Yeah, do a last call. Yeah, do a last call.
Last
Anybody
call
else on the
here.
sidelines?
One more minute or two before we spin the wheel. We try to do it at the top of the hour.
Try and do it on 11. Yeah, we're nearly there. Yeah.
Yeah. So, again, I'll show you the domains. I think we just showed it a minute ago. Let's see here. Laptopcost.com, outsidetemp.com, carseatbelt.com, and editedvideos.com. All right. Got some cool things coming, domain kicks. Should I show? I can show, I guess.
We've only got 30 seconds before 11 o'clock.
Oh, that's okay. Let's take a look here. They can wait a second.
Yeah.
See this live feature?
Mm-hmm.
We haven't updated it fully, but this will go through all of your lists. And it's the first step in having our appraisals check all of these. So these are this is minimized. So you can pick like what settings you want to search against, and it'll just search all the time for these things. So it's sort of an inspiration that we had because of doing the live searches on YouTube. We want to give the same possibility for you to have a tool like that to do that. So it's really cool. And that's how I find some of these winners. That's how I found these. So you can do the same thing. Make sure that you put yourself in there. Tim says spin outside temp. I would show Florida temps when it's snowing everywhere up north. Thanks a lot. Yes, indeed. All right. Sounds good. I think Tim is right. Let's spin the wheel. See who's going to be our lucky winner tonight. Colin? No. Let's see. Yeah, it's Colin K.
Colin. Yeah, well done, Colin.
Colin K, congratulations. He hasn't won in a while, so good job, Colin. Appreciate you being here. Give him a nice congratulations. Let's close this out. And we'll go ahead and flash on here which ones we talked about here. Laptopcost.com, outsidetemp.com, carseatbelt.com, and editedvideos.com. Colin, which one could you turn it into some revenue in 22? Let's take a look and see what he says. All right. I'm going to go ahead and close this out. All right. Waiting for Colin's response.
He's thinking about it.
Nice, Colin. He's got some good ones to pick from. Hey, guys, thanks a lot. We do this every single Sunday, 5 o'clock Eastern time. Same places that you're here to see it right now. We're going to go ahead and open up the guest line. If you would like to come on with us, we'll have that for you. So you can pick. Sharif says, congratulations. That was brutal. Congrats. Sorry, CX3. You almost got it, man. Almost. So yeah, if you want to keep an eye on that, I'll go ahead and get the guest line open if anybody wants to join.
No worries.
Set.
Colin's, I think he's still thinking about it.
Yeah, no problem. So again, want to tell everybody how to get a hold of your courses, and well, I'm looking this up and do your.
Yeah, sure. I'll put the link in here.
You put so much time and effort into it. Might as well get some value.
Yeah, and the sessions tomorrow night. So yeah, go.ht/Simon Coaching, or have a chat with me if you're interested.
Okay.
So hopefully something for everything: SEO, GBP, mass page, automation. So yeah,
awesome. Colin says he's going to decide in a day or two. Sleep on it.
Sensible.
All right. Sensible, yeah. So maybe he'll find a buyer before he takes it. Now that would be a really smart guy.
Yeah, that's what he's going to have. Be smart, yeah.
Find somebody to buy. You know, who is it? I think
he'll put them all out for auction, and he'll see who buys first. Yeah, then choose.
You know, the guy that won, I think it was Steven that won Lazy Taco the other day. There's an actual business in his town called The Lazy Taco. and they have thelazytaco.com.
Oh, wow.
I think he was going to work on a deal with them to get the logo
yeah.
to them, or
That's
the
great.
domain. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's very
nice.
very cool. Go with the impulse buy. Awesome. So now I guess we can. When is the live feature available on Domain Kicks? It's not finished yet. Probably within the next month, I would say we would have it finished, but it will not be fully finished until we get the appraisals hooked into it. So we're still working out the appraisal thing because we're going to have to make our own. Otherwise, we'll go broke trying to pay for other people's appraisals. I might be able to do the GoDaddy appraisal for free. Because I think that is free to access, but we'll have to have unlimited appraisals from somewhere in order to make it happen. So, yeah. So there's a ghost kitchen concept. I think you were saying that was the lazy taco thing. So that was really cool. Funny how that stuff happens, there's somebody's watching the show and, they see something like that. And they win it. That's crazy. It doesn't. How can that happen like twice in a week, right?
Awesome. Yeah.
All right. So if you want to go ahead and talk to us live, we're going to open this up for the next 5 minutes or so. Go.ht/guest. If you just want to compliment us on our backgrounds, feel free. And if you want to talk to Simon during the week, go to simons.chat or daryl.chat. Okay, and we'll have a conversation with you there. But for right now, if you just want to talk, you can just go to go.ht/guest, and we'd love to say hello. I believe we have that hooked up properly. Any updates on Mentorprise? We do have a Mentorprise because Tim's into Mentorprise now. We do have a mastermind coming up this week, or not this week, next week on the 19th. So definitely watch inside the group, the Skype group on that. And we'll go ahead and send it out to the email list that we have for Mentorprise. But it is the 19th. Just get in the Skype group and we'll go ahead and get you reminded on that, that it's coming up. All right. Go.ht/guest, going once, going twice, and we'll end the show on that. We always like to give you a chance to ask us any questions. If you don't want to be a guest, you just want to ask a question, please feel free in the comments to ask your question. And a lot of people have been asking different questions. MWB, yes, MWB in 22 is needed, yes, and we do have the integration now with the form. We're just ironing out some technical things, and we'll be having that ready for you coming up. But yeah, it'll be definitely a really good asset for people to use in 22, especially because of the smaller sites and because of the spin text in there. I think that it's going to be really cool. Awesome, guys. All right, anything from you, Simon? I think we're going to end the show for today.
Yeah, that's everything. Yeah, I enjoyed it, and good to have a bit of a chat with Diran as well. So thanks, Diran, for coming on. That was fun, and look forward to seeing everyone this time next week.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys again for being a part of the Sunday Live community. Be sure to like, subscribe, and put on the notification bell so when we do go live, you do not miss out. And if you have not already done so, please sign up for the webinar. It's go.ht/webinar. Go.ht/webinar, and we'll see you there on Wednesday. All right, that's it for me, and hopefully you too, Simon. And we're off. We'll see you guys next week. All right, bye
now. See you.